It was summer of 2019, and there was this one really old game from my earliest years, which was getting popular once again. The game was called Minecraft. I remember that when I started to first watch YouTube, somewhere around 2011, I remember the entire site being filled with Angry Birds, Plants vs. Zombies, and Minecraft content. Those are like my three most nostalgic video games for me. And I remember watching the fuck out of those kinds of video games videos. Like, do you want to know a fun fact about me? The first English YouTuber that I really grew to like was called Zach Scott Games, and he was a Plants vs. Zombies YouTuber. And he was the main reason why I got into English in the first place. So, if I never started to watch Plants vs. Zombies content from him, I probably I would have still understood English because I would later watch like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and these FNAF YouTubers, but that would come a lot later, so I would be way less advanced when it would come to speaking in English. But that's besides the point. By binge watching these YouTube videos, I not only learned English, but also made tons of valuable memories that I like to look back upon sometimes. I remember watching English Minecraft YouTubers like Stampy Longhead, if you know him from his lovely world. Yeah, I used to watch him from time to time, but not really that often. And do you know what made me go back in 2019 and actually meditate back on those memories that I made a long time ago? It wasn't the YouTube videos themselves, but it was the music, the nostalgia, the feeling, the memories that they brought with them. Even though if it didn't come from the Minecraft OSTs themselves that would always used to play in the background of their videos, it would just be like their normal OSTs that they would play in the background. And when I rediscovered the power of the Minecraft OSTs, like for example, the calmness, the peacefulness of the Minecraft music discs, for example, I started to listen to them every single day, and I enjoyed the fuck out of them. And especially when COVID came and we were stuck in our houses, we weren't allowed to go outside, and when my mental health was at its lowest, and after like our distant education that we had for the day was finally over, after the teachers went away and they weren't yelling at us anymore, and even during breaks, I would always search on YouTube C418, who was the author of the Minecraft OSTs, and I would just pick a random song. It doesn't matter if it was like from the album itself or if it was just a music disc, like the in game music disc I'm talking about. I would always listen to it with a smile on my face. It was basically like this a scapegoat back to the times where I was just a little child, but conditions weren't as harsh as they were now. Back when I actually did enjoy school, in my first year of primary school, which was like in 2013, and whilst I was still having fun in kindergarten with my friends back in 2011. However, sometimes it would go to the point where I just wouldn't want to face the challenges that I needed to solve. Like, for example, I got a bad grade from school. Like, I failed some kind of a test that they gave us during distant education, for example. And I just wasn't confident to face my mom and tell her the truth that I fucked up on the test. Like, she would still see the grade, like on my school page. But when the confrontation would come, I just wouldn't approach her at first. She would need to approach me and tell her how sad she was about the grade. Because what I was doing was, I was basically like stimulating myself to get away from the reality and to go back to those lovely times when I was just a little child experiencing Minecraft for the first time, whilst watching all of these advanced YouTubers who had hundreds of thousands, even millions of subscribers. So they were like these superstar figures to me. And back when I was Still not really understanding English, but I started to get it slowly but surely since I watched their videos. And this, my friend, continued for 4 years straight. Between summer of 2019 and summer of 2023, I was completely addicted to Minecraft OSTs. I just did not want to let go of the past. Because back in 2021, I was basically having these like emotional breakdowns when I thought to myself like 2011 was 10 years ago. I don't want to grow up. How did the time go by so fast? But eventually, I decided to quit the stimulation because when I stopped playing video games in summer of 2023 and when I started to actually level up in real life and started making progress in that area, I found out that I did not need the Minecraft OSTs anymore, that I was actually fine on this self improvement journey. And when I actually looked into the future with confidence and with a huge smile on my face, that I'm actually getting somewhere. Like, just like that, overnight, I stopped listening to the Minecraft OSTs. Not because I started to despise them. Oh, they're an instant gratification activity. I should quit it. Like my fapping addiction, my video game addiction, my social media addiction. I don't know. But because I just didn't need the stimulation anymore. I was actually making my life better for myself. So that I wouldn't have to, like basically drug myself into escaping the reality that I was hiding from. Right now, I was actually facing the reality and charging into it head first with a huge sense of confidence and with a plan to succeed. And the man did it work. And don't worry, I'm not trying to paint music as this bad thing that you need to stop listening to it. Listen, whether you like it or not, music is an instant gratification activity. Think about it. Why do you like it so much? Well, it is because it takes you back to some kind of a memory, some kind of an experience that your subconscious mind immediately like visualizes when you listen to that song. And why? Why is the music so appealing then? Well, because you're not feeling that feeling anymore. That emotion just isn't there. And the reason why the Minecraft OSTs resonated with me so much was because I'm a very adventurous type. When I have the chance, I go out cycling or just go out for a walk into the nature, for example. You know, adventuring, it is a crucial part on your self improvement journey that you need to be advanced a little bit in it more daily. And that was the reason why I fell in love in Minecraft. There was just so many new things to explore. Like, for example, the new crafting recipes, the new potion recipes. Yeah, just new fields to explore. But fields, like literally. I mean, like, there was an entire world for you to discover. You could see, like, all the different structures, all the different randomly generated terrain that you could go and look at. It was just incredible. And now that I was getting this feeling of adventuring, of getting new knowledge about self improvement, for example, like how to improve oneself, how you can become better at conversations, at being productive, at fixing your physical and mending your mental health. And when I also took adventuring literally, as our ancestors were doing it, all of those tens of thousands of years ago, and I actually went into the nature, cycling, or just going out for a walk, I just felt alive. And the thought of listening to the Minecraft OST just didn't come to my mind. And especially when I actually got the delayed gratification. Like, for example, there was this one time in early March of this year when I was at my grandma's house and and I got really bored in there. Like nothing against my grandma, but there was just nothing that much to do at her house besides just reading and relaxing. So I just grabbed my watch because I needed to fulfill like my daily step count. And I went outside on a huge walking route. And I got that far that I even reached my house where I lived. And I actually managed to go back to my grandma's house before it was noon. And I think I went out at around like 10 a.m. Yeah. And when I got the recognition for my progress from my mom, like she admired me for going that far, that had to be one of the greatest feelings I've ever got. So, what you have to do is you need to find this feeling. You need to analyze the music that you're listening to right now that you deeply love. And you need to think to yourself, what kind of feeling, and I'm not feeling anymore, that I used to feel that was aligned to some kind of a memory when I heard this song, like on some kind of an event. Like, for example, I was at a family gathering and they suddenly blasted this banger. You need to think on a deeper level. And this will not take you just overnight. No, this will take you weeks on end. Like, I know it sounds obvious right now when I tell you that the reason why I liked Minecraft was because adventuring and the Minecraft OSTs were deeply aligned with the adventuring aspect because I used to watch those YouTube videos where the OSTs would play in the background. I know it sounds obvious now that I say it, but that's because I thought about it for weeks on end. It will not just be solved just like that because you want it to. You need to actually sit down and think about it. And after that, you need to go after this feeling. You actually need to do the progress to get closer to getting that feeling from the productive side of things. And that's the dichotomy of music. You can still listen to it because if it makes you feel nice, if it is actually some pleasant music, like it isn't some hard rock, for example, where they yell at the top of their lungs and it just makes you uncomfortable, if it's just some nice peaceful music, like for example from Coldplay, or if it's just some motivating music like from Imagine Dragons, or if it's just some really peaceful but nice music, like from C418, the author of Minecraft OSTs, then yeah, sure, you can still listen to some of it from time to time, but you should not make your entire existence rely on the music. Yeah, sure, you can use it as a source of motivation to go after that feeling even harder and to make even more progress than you're doing right now. You can use it as a source of motivation. However, it shouldn't be your primary source of motivation. Your primary source of motivation should be the end result, the delayed gratification that you will get from it, like how your life will look like after you actually achieve the feeling through delayed gratification, like from making progress for so long and not from just instant gratification activities, like just listening to music and getting an instant dopamine hit. You actually need to work for it. And that's what we do on our self improvement journeys as strong, powerful, resilient, and stoic men that we are. Okay, so get a hold of your desires and control them before your desires can control you. So before you get addicted to the music and when you stop making the progress that you need to make. Okay? If you want to be part of a community full of like minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day, who will be in a state of healthy competition with you, but at the same time will be like your blood bonded brothers, who are grabbing their desires by the balls and actually finding out their hot triggers and working their asses off to get hold of them, then you can join our Discord clan in the description and become a part of the family. I know that if you're watching videos like these, then you have way more potential than you think you have. If you're willing to implement the knowledge that I teach you in my videos, I know that you'll find your place in there. We like men like you, and we will take good care of you so that you can join us on the path to greatness and leave the past behind and embrace the future with hard work and delayed gratification that you're seeking through the music that you're listening to right now. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement into your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you.